Hey there, how are you? Today we're playing some disc golf. We're playing disc golf at the White Oak River Campground disc golf course, located in Maysville, North Carolina, about 45 minutes south of Greenville, North Carolina. And we're playing the blue layouts. I was out here last weekend with my drone taking video of it, of each hole, so I'm hoping to get a whole preview on every hole. So without further ado, cue the whole intro. Whole intro has been cued. TJ in the commentator's booth here, if you will. Gonna be doing a whole breakdown and commentary for you. Hole 1, 495 feet, par 4, wide open field for you to land your first shot. Only thing you have to really worry about is hyzering out early, get behind that tree right to your left, making your upshot kind of obscured. Outside of that, pick your favorite distance driver and give her hell. Really nice opening hole. I'm fresh out of the car. I picked my comfort disc and Axiom Crave. I love the turn on it and the reliable fade too as well, making it my straightest flying disc. Taking an MVP Ohm for my upshot, giving it about 50% power, and just letting the 5 glide do the rest of the work. Absolutely parked it. And tapping in my birdie. Gotta love it. Alright, off on to hole number 2. 261 feet, par 3. Pick your poison here. Putter, mid-range. I wouldn't go anything above a mid-range here, just for risk of going into the pond. But a nice hyzer, give it enough height. Land down somewhere near the basket. Should be good to go. Easy bird. Throw in a Pathfinder by Thought Space here. Just didn't give it enough height, nor enough hyzer, leaving it quite short. Just outside circle 1 for my birdie here, look. Gotta love it. Off to hole number 3. The sign on the tree says 305, but I walked it on UDisc and it came out to be 256 feet. It's a left to right moving shot with some low hanging branches, as you can see on the right. Really nice little straightforward hole, a little challenging. Taking an Axiom Fission Crave here. Gonna put a little ante on it and have it hold the line left to right. Put a tad too much touch of ante on it, and hopefully I didn't get a cut roll. Didn't get a cut roll, great. Leaving me 25 for the bird. Player 2, does it be true? Nope. Hole number 4. This is 371 feet. It's marked as a par 4 on UDisc, but I play it as a par 3. You really have to hit this gap really well. Lots of trees. It's one of the more wooded holes, but I've seen a lot of people take their right hand flicks, give a little turn and have it fade through this gap and sit up really nicely within circle 1. But I, on the other hand, don't have that, so I'm going to go at it with the right hand backhand, see how it goes. Going to be throwing an Axiom Crave like I did on hole 1, and the left to right wind just pushed that and just kept it going right instead of having it fade back. But about 75 feet from my upshot. Putter. And we'll call it a par and move on. Hole number 5. Going to be 312 feet. Just got to hit this gap and then this gap as well. And then it's just off to the left. I typically throw mid-ranges here. Just hit the gap and have it somewhat fade around here. But for some reason I decided that a wave would be my choice of play with the wind, and I just sawed it off. Got a little lucky cut roll flick there, must have flipped over, and we got about 60 for the upshot putt. Not happy with that. Let's see what player 2 does. A little cage action. We'll get the par, move on. All right, here we are on hole 6. This is from that white tee box. We're going to be taking off from the blue tee boxes. But pick your poison. Right, middle, or left lane. It's 393 feet. Par 3. You just want to make it through one of the 3 lanes. And to penetrate through the woods far enough so you can have a good look at it for 2. But highly demanding shot off the tee in order to get your bird. See a lot of pars, very few birdies. Taking a wave off the tee. Tried to get some flip, but I think there was some tailwind coming from the pond that stabled the disc up pretty well. But I'm well short of it. Decided to go with a thought space practice for my upshot instead of the glitch. Decided to get my par and move on. Player 1. Player 2. Here we are on hole 7. One of my favorite looking holes on the course. Hole 7 is a par 3, 364-foot shot. Just got to beat this Mando here. And hopefully you have enough turn on it for it to get past the Mando and land somewhere around here instead of hyzering out into the ditch to the left. But really like this hole quite a bit. Taking an Axiom Mayhem. Didn't give it enough height. I love the route it took, but just didn't have enough height to come back. Ohm up shot. Pretty standard. Gonna be an up and down from here. Moving on to hole 7. UDisc has it at, hole 8. UDisc has this at 401 feet, par 4. I don't think it's 401 feet, but I play it as a par 3. Wide open shot. The only real miss that you're going to make is really, hyzering it too early going into the pond or overturning it and going into the woods. Outside of this is a wide open, give her hell shot. Going with a Discraft Athena, which is a prototype from Paul Macbeth. Just didn't give it enough ante out of the hand and came up short. I've got a 90-foot approach with my practice. Gotta close off my shoulder a little bit. I'm going too wide and not coming back, I notice. Get my par here. We're on to hole 9. There's one of the local dogs named Bailey. She is awesome. While I was recording the hole, she was walking around and making sure we were okay. Hole 9 is 323 feet. It's a par 3. Pick your poison. Mid-range, fairway, a distance driver, whatever your power level is. Get through the gap. Hyzer out to the left to end around the basket. Taking an Axiom Grave here. Going right up the gut. Got lucky. I got an air bounce right there. And that brought me, within feet of the basket. I'm so pumped with this shot. Nice birdie. I'm proud of that shot. Probably the best I've ever played on this hole so far. Hole 10. Hole 10 is 378 feet. They have it as a par 4. I play it as a par 3. It's really a challenging shot. Big time S-curve. I like to throw something a little bit stable or a hyzer flip and just have it turn through this gap here and then have it fade towards the basket. Very rarely do I make it up in the area to putt for birdie. It's very rare. And that little white egret in the background, he's always chilling out in the background whenever I play. I love this area so much. Yeah, taking a cosmic neutron wave. See how far we can get down the field here. Yeah, just didn't give enough height. I think if I gave it more height, I'd be all set. With a practice up shot, a little bit more oomph, I think it would have been on par to get a bird. But clean up the par here. Player 2. Made it true. How about player 3? Woo! All right. Hole 11. Just a little dinky 230-foot shot. I think, yeah, UDisc has it at 223 feet. Par 3. Right up the gut. Can't really miss much except maybe hitting a tree or two. Just really got to beat these 2 trees. And as long as you land anywhere in here, you've got pretty much a shot for birdie. Taking a thought space praxis. Hopefully have it go straight, flip up, and just ride. Really happy with this shot. This was well done. Just a 15-foot putt for a birdie. Player 2. Player 3. There we go. Hole 12 is a bitch. I'm not going to lie. You have to hit this narrow gap. Trees everywhere. And low ceiling. There's branches everywhere. I would love to prune this if they gave me the permission to do so. And then you have an elevated basket. So this is one of the more challenging holes on the course, in my opinion. Really like this hole a lot. Taking a MVP Volt. Tried to turn it, but got too much height and hit some trees right there. and just highs it out early. I'm left with maybe 45, 50, uphill, low ceiling. Give her hell here. I don't think if I hit those trees, I've got it made for sure. Hole 13 is another one of my favorite shots on the entire course. Pick a disc that you can get 350 distance out and just bring it out wide, hyzer it the whole way, and have it crash around these trees, hit the road, and skip right into the circle for an easy birdie. Taking an Axiom Mayhem out of the hand. I just knew it. It was flipping way more than I wanted to. I think I anteed it instead of flipped it. So I'm left with probably 45 left. And I nail an amazing putt. I'm so happy with that putt. Hole 14 is just a little dinky shot. 158 feet. Just a nice little hyzer dink shot. Or you can be brave and go through the woods on the left. But little hanging basket. Nice little hole to get you to the newer part of the course. Taking a MVP ohm at like 35% power, hyzering it the whole way, and couldn't have drawn that up any better. Parked 6-7 feet from the basket. Taking my birdie. All right, on to hole 15. UDisc has it at 291 feet. It's a par 3, straight as a crow flies. This next shot, I thought I did so well that I almost aced it. I thought I'd throw another one, so I threw another volt, and it went into the abyss and went into some muck beyond the river. So you won't see it in this clip here because I almost, from my view, I almost aced this. Ooh. But here you can see that my leg is wet and my feet are all muddy. Not happy. My feet are going squish, 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 squish. Hole 16, we got 390 feet. UDisc has it as 365 feet. Really the play is just find something stable that you can turn over towards a highway, or maybe a hyzer flip towards a highway and then have it fade to the basket. You really want to watch out for the pond to the left. Taking a wave here. I'm going into a headwind, so I thought it would turn my disc a little bit more than it did. As you can see, I'm fading towards the pond, just on the edge. Got a 80-foot up shot. That's decent. I'll get my par and move on. Hole 17 is coming right back towards where we just were. 356 feet. It's a par 3. Just got to get over the pond, avoid the river on the right-hand side, and you'll be on your way to a birdie. But if you can see the down trees over there, just right of the basket is where I lost my disc and got all wet. Throwing a cosmic neutron wave here. Got a little on it. I was a little concerned that I was going to be in the river, but she came on back and did exactly what I needed. I'm probably like 40 feet away, 45 feet away for birdie. I'm so pumped. I wanted that so bad. Here we are at hole 18. We have a 369-foot hole, par 3. Really want to just avoid anything on the bank on the left. It's quite thick. Pick a pucker brush all through there. You don't want to be on the road that's out of bounds. You certainly don't want to be to the right. It's all marshy, muddy. So keep in the fairway and have hopefully you have a good look for birdie or to get your par. Throwing a MVP wave here. I turn it over and then the tailwind just knocks it down. I thought it was going to help me stable out a little bit, but we've got a tough second shot, probably 65 feet away. Have some low-hanging branches. Let's see how we do. No, just short. Player number 2, and we're short. That's all right. We'll finish this up with a nice par. Have a nice little round. That just about does it. Shot a -9 through 18. First time playing the blue layouts. I'm pretty stoked about that. I absolutely fell in love with this property. 85 acres. They've got 2 courses. You know, one course with the blue and the white layouts, and then their Ripple course, which is on the other side of the campground. Absolutely fantastic place to play disc golf. If you're in the area, it's well worth the trip on over to Maysville to play a round or two. The owner, Mike, is fantastic, wonderful guy. The groundskeeper, Tom, is great. You can definitely tell that love goes into this course. It's very well maintained. The only gripe I have is that some of the baskets have rusted out and they need to be replaced, but that'll come in time. The more people we get out there to help support the crew out there, the better off the course will be. So if you have any questions or concerns about the course or how to get out there, please feel free to get a hold of me. Also, if you have any comments or critiques about my editing or how these videos should flow, if they could flow better, I'd really like to know. So hit me up in the comments below or send me an email or any way that you can get a hold of me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time, and if you made it this far in the video, you're a fucking legend. Have a good rest of your day.